Alice narrowed her eyes slightly, watching us closely. Jessica, on the other hand, leaned back against the couch and flashed her a warm smile. The air between us felt thick, charged with something unspoken, something undeniable. "You know," Alice murmured, a small smile playing on her lips, "life has a way of taking us to unexpected places." Jessica tilted her head. "Like what?" Alice's gaze shifted to me, her eyes dark and unreadable. "Like feelings we've had, but never admitted." Hearing that sent a jolt through me. The emotions I'd been suppressing for so long suddenly came rushing to the surface. Jessica's eyes locked onto mine, her smile both innocent and inviting. And then Alice's hand brushed against my knee. A small touch, light, harmless, or at least I wanted to believe it was. Jessica noticed, but instead of pulling away, her gaze softened even more. She leaned in slowly and pressed a soft kiss just below my jaw. My breath hitched. "Alice," I whispered, but my voice lacked conviction. Alice slid her hand just a little higher. "I know," she murmured, smirking slightly, "but do you really want to stop?" Jessica let out a quiet laugh, her fingers trailing along my shoulder. My whole body felt like it was on fire. A part of me was screaming, "This is wrong, you need to stop." But another part didn't want to. First, a gentle touch, then an undeniable pull. And then I lost control. We fell into the night, swept away by something too powerful to resist. It started with glances, then whispers, then hands exploring places they shouldn't have. At some point, it stopped being a decision. We simply let it happen. Alice's warmth, Jessica's breath against my skin, the tangle of limbs and soft gasps in the dimly lit room. Nothing else existed, just us. Time became meaningless. At some point, exhaustion took over, and we collapsed onto the couch, breathless. Alice rested her head on Jessica's shoulder. I lay there staring at the ceiling, trying to make sense of what had just happened. But when morning came, reality hit like a slap to the face. My head was pounding. Sunlight streamed into the room, washing away the haze of the night before. I tried to move, but my body still carried the weight of what we had done. Jessica was curled up under a blanket, still asleep. Alice was beside me, lying on her side, eyes barely open, watching me. And in that moment, something inside me sank. What had we done? Jessica stirred, blinking as she looked around. Her gaze landed on me first, then Alice. And then, the realization hit her too. Her expression shifted. Confusion, regret, and something else. Something like fear. None of us said a word. But the silence was heavier than anything we could have spoken. I ran a shaky hand over my face, inhaling deeply. This shouldn't have happened, I whispered. Jessica lowered her head. Alice looked away. The night was over, but the consequences, those were just beginning. Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Infidelity Stories for more stories.